This is Simon Walker with AndroidSPIN, and here we have the Samsung Galaxy S2 for the T-Mobile network. You can see this is the T-Mobile variant. Here's the box. I'm not going to go into too much detail. The box contains the usual array of accessories and gadgets, chargers, headphones. You can see the features and specs there. Android 4G, Samsung Galaxy S2, titanium for T-Mobile. There you have it. So this is the Samsung Galaxy S2 running on the T-Mobile network. This is the device. It's pretty nice. It has the Samsung TouchWiz UI, the latest iteration of that software. You know, quick links at the top for doing Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS, and your notifications. This is a 4.52 inch Super AMOLED display. It's pretty awesome. The only letdown is they've created this huge display, but they've still left the resolution at 480/800. So while it's big and bright and beautiful, you can see the pixelation because the display is so big. But it's still a wonderful device, don't get me wrong. It has a Qualcomm Snapdragon S3 dual-core processor running at 1.5 GHz. So this is currently the fastest Samsung Galaxy S2 available on any network, as far as the processor goes, that is. It has an 8 megapixel rear-facing camera. You can see that right there. Let's let my camera focus. It takes amazing photographs. It really is good. The photographs, the video, you can do full 1080p high resolution video capture. On the front, at the top, if I can get in the right light, there is a front facing camera. It is a 2 megapixel front facing camera, so video chat should work pretty well. We have 1 gig of RAM inside the phone. There's 16 gigabytes of built-in memory for user space. It is running Android 2.3.5. We're all hoping and praying that Ice Cream Sandwich Android 4 will be released for this phone as soon as Samsung get round to doing the updates and releasing the compatible software. That would make this device really nice. Because while it's still got the 1.5 gigahertz processor, we'll see if we can get it to do it at all now. There has been some lag in the UI, which really surprised me. I mean, you think of the power that's in these phones now. Seems pretty good right now. It has micro USB. See that at the bottom? That is also a MHL compliant port, so you can put in an MHL to HDMI adapter and get full high definition output to plug into your television. As far as typing, let's have a look. Let's do a new message. We have swipe, so type along there. You also have Samsung's own keyboard, which is basically just pretty much the standard Android keyboard, but it's actually pretty nice. It works well. Standard keyboard. The device also has built-in Netflix. The Netflix works really well. Let's have a look. I was watching Tron Legacy earlier. So let's just resume Tron for now, and you'll see a very nice quality picture coming from this phone. So there we have the Tron Legacy. Let's see if we can get something a bit more exciting, a bit more colourful. So there you have it. Netflix, guys. What else? Samsung have included Voice Talk. Voice Talk is actually a custom version of Lingo. So you can voice control your phone. There's a driving mode where it will read out your emails, your text messages. Pretty cool. I like this app. I have used it myself in the past, although I haven't got it installed right now. But basically you tap to speak and give it your commands. We have a series of widgets built in. Here's one of the clock ones, the search. We can see there's one of the clocks. It has a slew of apps like a lot of them always do. We've got Slacker for music, Zyno Reader for books, Quick for video chat. Some of the nice widgets, you can add direct links to contacts on your desktop. So click on the contact, you can dial them, you can send them emails, send them text messages, or go into their contact details. Obviously shortcuts, just like in almost any version of Android. Then we go into the AndroidSPIN website. It is fast. This phone is blazing fast. We've got Slacker for music, Zyno Reader for books, Quick for video chat. Some of the nice widgets, you can add direct links to contacts on your desktop. So click on the contact, you can dial them, you can send them emails, send them text messages, or go into their contact details. So there's AndroidSPIN loaded up. This really is a fast device. We have weather widgets, we have news and weather, the built-in Android one. At the bottom you have your shortcuts that are part of the TouchWiz. So this is where you would go into your application list of everything on the device. Smooth as silk. T-Mobile have included a series of what they call bonus apps. Just apps that they've chosen that they recommend that you use. There's folder support in the apps list, so you can go into utilities, and they've grouped some things together. There's a little mini diary that they include from Samsung. Let's take a look at the camera. The camera does have some cool features. There are different scene modes built in. Single shot, you have control of the ISO, contrast, GPS log, shutter sound, all the regular stuff. But in the modes, see, we have single shot, smiley shot, beauty. There's a panorama mode which assists you in taking a panorama shot, and you just move your camera from left to right and it compiles the whole picture together and creates a pretty cool panorama. And there's cartoon styles where you can see it make things go all funky. A slew of options. There is nothing spectacular about the camera app. It's just, you know, it's sufficient. It does everything you want it to do. It takes amazing pictures. It takes amazing video. We have the volume rocker is on the left hand side of the device. On the top is just the 3.5mm headphone socket. On the right hand side we have the power button, sleep button, and as I showed you before, on the bottom we have the HDMI port. The back doesn't feel as flimsy as previous Samsungs I've held, although once you take the cover off, it is very thin plastic. We do have Gorilla Glass, so it's incredibly strong. With the back off, there's a little indent there that you can get your finger in. Pull the back off. But this is quite a thin piece of plastic, but when it's on, it fits flush against most of the internal workings, so it feels pretty solid. And you can see we have our SIM card slot. We have our memory card slot. There's the battery. We whip that out. You can see here we have a nice size 1850 milliamp battery, which it needs because you know that display is going to drain every bit of ounce out of that battery once you start using this phone. Back just clips back on, go around the edges, you hear it snap into place, goes back on pretty easy. So there you have it, Samsung Galaxy S2. Okay, I know you've all been waiting for some benchmarks, so let's fire up Quadrant, see what we can get. I can tell you that I've had mixed results with Quadrant on this phone. Sometimes they've been much higher results than subsequent times, and I'm still not sure why. I'm guessing it's probably some background task that kicked in while I was running it, but it seemed to happen frequently. It also could be that, you know, this is Quadrant, it's not really taking advantage of dual cores right now, so you're not getting an accurate reflection of what this device can do. Let's hope once we get Ice Cream Sandwich, once we get some better dual core support, we'll get some better benchmarks, better performance, and things will be a lot smoother. So, there's your benchmarks. Let's see what we got. Okay, if you can see that. Now there I can tell you 2254 is not good. I've had 3200s on this device, so I'm not sure exactly what's going on. We could try it once more and see if we get any better results, but I think something keeps kicking in and slowing it down. Yeah, I can even see that the frame rate right now is running up and down. Pretty crazy. So I think there's definitely an issue with Quadrant on this device. But it does give you a quick look at an inaccurate performance result. Whatever use that is to you guys. All I can tell you is this phone is blazing fast. And you'd be more than happy if you got this phone. So, funny. That time we get 3173. So as you see guys, the results are definitely varied. So there you go, the Samsung Galaxy S2 on the T-Mobile network, blazing fast superphone. Go buy them from the AndroidSPIN cell phone store, of course, where you get a great discount. That's it guys, thanks for watching.